This is not the episode. We're talking about the episode. We got about 12 minutes to talk about the episode. We're going to be talking about one crew over the Crewcoo's Morty. And let me tell you, I am not ready to climb this mountain. And have you seen Inception? Because we're about to talk about the opposite. Let's go!
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
If you have ambition, we're going to steal it through a heist. So let's get the crew together, and then let's just tackle everything. I'm joined here today by, basically on paper, myself. He's white. He's got a beard. He's got glasses. He's wearing headphones, and he's got a black jacket. We're the same person. It's Vito Scuddy.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
It's Clar now.
Yeah,
I play piano.
Welcome, it's Vito. Hi. Hello.
And I'm Stephen Lemieux. We're breaking down the episode. We're going to break him down really quick. Again, this is not the episode itself.
This is not
if you
the
want to find the episode itself, it's on adultswim.com.
It's a really good episode.
Or if you have DirecTV, you can go ahead and get that there, or Hulu, or anywhere you want to watch it, just not here on YouTube, because you'll never find it here on YouTube.
No, you won't.
So, you can hit that thumbs down if you hate us, but you can hit that thumbs down if you admit that, hey, this isn't the episode. We're talking about one crew over the Crewcoo's Morty, which I think was so great, because now that I've seen the most recent episode of The Mandalorian, this one is straight up making fun of every single heist movie and The Mandalorian.
I still haven't watched the most recent episode because I'm bad at
Well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but let me tell you, it follows this formula to a T.
Whoa, it's all spoiled for me now.
It's great. So we're not ready to climb this mountain, but let me tell you, there's alien spiders, but actually they're just spiders. They go into the tomb. They have the anti-booby suits, which would be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to have generally in life. A car hits you, it's just, oh, there it goes.
I'm really curious what the other names they had conceptually for these suits were, because it's like the Harrison Ford suits, the Indiana Jones suit.
The anti-boulder suit.
Yeah, they walk through every single Indiana Jones trope that there is, and completely make it out safely, just to find an origami crane in the tomb.
Yeah, that origami crane was pretty skillfully done, though, I would say.
Yeah, he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, what a guy.
Just teasing him up like that. We're introduced to the name of Miles Knightley, who does stupid shit like this all the time. Yeah. And as they escape, the tomb actually starts crumbling, and we get the mummy herself being like, wait,
why would you do this?
Why wouldn't this protect this corpse?
Yeah. I guess it's just to honor the corpse and the fact that it would destroy whoever is trying to... Yeah, but she's got a point.
Or it's just to make sure that the show that's making fun of formulaic heist movies goes with the formula for all heist
Justin
movies.
Roiland, you genius.
I mean, I guess you could consider Raiders of the Lost Ark a heist film.
I would say it is.
You could also consider The Holy Grail, Last Crusade a heist film.
Yeah, I guess it is, yeah.
You could also consider...
The Mummy?
Not The Mummy. I'm going to go with Temple of Doom as a heist film because they take the rock and they take it back.
Yeah.
Man.
There's a lot of heist films.
Every Indiana Jones movie is a heist film.
Yeah.
And let's talk about Oceans 11 and 13 and the ones that are good. Oh, wait. There aren't any. I'm just being a hater. Guys, so Miles Knightley is basically this dude who's the Firefly crew of heists. He's the guy who's like commercialized heists as the biggest dude out there. Rick hates his guts. They go to Heist Con.
I hate his guts too.
I loved the Heist Con.
I thought the Heist Con was fun, but I love how he just made fun of conventions just like so immediately. I want to know how Justin really feels about conventions.
Right? Seriously. I mean, he's got to love them on some level, but also hate them on another level.
I'm sure he's been to thousands at this point, just to promote, well, hundreds to promote Rick and Morty, but probably like others that he's been to. But yeah, that's kind of what they're like.
I did like that they had the wall that you had to slice the glass to get through, and right next to it was the stand selling the glass slicers. That's very indicative of cons. It's almost like EA created the con.
Having been to E3, yeah.
And then obviously you need to either be a pro with a crew or not a pro, and Morty just wants to buy tickets. Rick won't let him. They use the portal gun and they get zapped.
I am so surprised that Rick didn't just clone himself. That could have been such an easy, just like, oh, whatever, bop, 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 there, I'm crew. Blah, blah, blah.
But then we wouldn't have gotten.
Oh yeah, no, it was
together.
all indicative into the heist, which had the twist and then the twist and then the twist.
Yeah, it was almost like the episode was commenting on heists in general.
I'm not sure about that.
Like on some level, I really think this episode had. I think they were like trying to say that heist movies are very formulaic and bad.
I think they're probably trying to do that, yeah, but I'm not sure.
The show isn't smart enough to do that, though.
Yeah, the show's not smart enough to do that.
We're kidding, guys. It's sarcasm.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely what they were doing this entire time, and it was really interesting to see. Even with the formula that they were using, it was actually still very entertaining to watch.
In 25 minutes, they basically put out the equivalent of 3 heist movies in one show. We're introduced to Glar, who is Gleer now, but he's a pianist, and then he goes, no, I'm Glar again. Angie Flint, who has weird fucking hands.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the vampire monster truck driver, Truckula.
Yeah, I love Truckula.
I like how it's just like, is it that one? No.
No.
Is that one? No. Is that one? No. Oh,
Wait, that's
one. They get in and it's like, all right, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. I'm in.
All right, what's the job? That was the job.
Good. That was the job. All right.
Every breath you take, or every breath I take that you disapprove of gives me happiness.
Oh, yeah, no. That line is honestly one of my favorite lines that Justin Roiland has ever had. Just the idea of, like, every breath that I take in spite of you makes me stronger. Just like, it's, yeah, that's Morty. That's Rick. Fuck.
I don't care that you hate me. I've seen what you love. Yeah. They immediately start the competition for stealing the crystal skull. Again, Indiana Jones reference. Mm-hmm. Reaches into the bag because he had already stolen it. We get the flashback. This was an episode of Flashbacks where he got the crew together, but then he took his crew. Hey, 5 of Miles 9 or Rick's 4, Rick's 5.
I loved the robot that ended up coming out of this, though. Like the
Heistotron,
yeah, the Heistotron.
The Randotron.
I loved both of them, but I mostly loved the fact that they were just giving this idea of the formula just so much like screen time. It was insane to me.
It was a lot of mosaic tile flashbacks. Yeah. Which is indicative of Ocean's 11 in that franchise.
Also, haven't seen the Ocean's movies.
Yeah, they do the picture coming in, another picture coming in, picture coming in. They do that a lot. Really, Miles has a bag of poop. Rick reveals that he's been controlling the con because ever since the beginning, he already had planned his own heist around this heist, around the other heist, and now he controls everyone in the con. You son of a bitch, I'm in. But,
and he eventually gets Morty, too.
Yeah, like, steal everything, and then they start ripping apart everyone and everything.
Yeah, I'm glad that at this point, Rick seems to have everything to possibly cure Morty in the universe. He just, like, doesn't even need to see, like, anything coming. He's just like, all right, this happened to you, whatever. You're back, all right.
Make sure you rub this on your skin, but only for 10 minutes. Otherwise, I'm going to have to fight the thing that you become. And then we get in the flashback, him fighting the thing that Morty becomes.
I'm really glad that they showed that. I would have been disappointed otherwise.
So we get a reveal that Heistotron is actually in charge of this heist, and it's actually been a heist that Rick was a part of from the beginning. Mm-hmm. And Heistotron starts stealing planets, and I just love the concept of this gigantic ship going up to a planet and being like, ding dong, I have your pizza, and slowly sliding this gigantic, like, moon-sized hidden camera onto their planet.
No moon. Yeah, it would be a lot more creative for more sci-fi to go into that territory with that kind of comedic giant robot thing rather than the Death Star. I feel like the Death Star's been overdone. Let's come on, boys.
This episode really exemplifies Justin and them's like approach to comedy in terms of like, let's take the obvious approach and then completely do something different.
Yeah. Because it is, like, oftentimes I found myself seeing these jokes and being like, oh, yeah, no, that makes a ton of sense why you would go that way. But it's just off-kilter enough for them to be not done by anybody else. For instance, the giant recorder that comes down from the sky and destroys the planet.
Or, like, when randomly it's like, Wasp, like, somebody who's that big of an asshole. Yeah. It's got to be a little bit, it's got to be nice or whatever. I forgot the...
Has got to have a little heart.
Yeah, it's got to have a little empathy. So Heistotron screws them over, and they're going to screw them over by gathering the crew. You son of a bitch!
Yeah, and we got to see Mr. P.B. Butthole again. Thank God. I thought we weren't going to see him. Yeah, Professor P.B. Butthole.
Indiana Jones reference.
Yeah. And then he had to fight all of his students. He's really sad about that.
They weren't actually ninjas, though. Rick just trained them in the martial arts. But they were in a class on Maya Angelou, so the fact of students being keen to learn martial arts and good at it versus keen to learn Maya Angelou and the connections between the two, those are the connections I'd really like to explore in my class. God.
Yeah, and I liked the way that Mr. Poopy Butthole was brought back because it wasn't like this big thing. In past seasons, they have had a lot of like tied up, like, oh, let's make this story involved in this story, but this was kind of just like, hey, he's back and he's fighting.
He's also the last thing you see in season 3 is him being like, it's gonna be a long time. Yeah. Let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah. The other people on the team are Hephaestus, the forger of hell.
You don't even need weapons.
you don't need a blacksmith. Ventriloquiver who can do ventriloquism and archery.
That character, I wonder if that was like one of Harmon's D&D characters that he made for Harmontown. I'm just very curious.
And the very not different from our planet's Elon Musk, Elon Tusk.
Yeah, that's actually the real Elon Musk. I believe that Elon Musk got his tusks removed.
Here, please come over this way. I can't do a good Elon Musk. So
I have no idea.
Please come over this way.
I haven't even heard his voice enough to be able to.
Yeah, like, why we just walk over here?
Oh,
no reason.
I'm not that much different from normal Elon Musk. I just have tusks.
We're just the same guy with tusks. So that was all a plan from Randotron, who basically says we have to do the most random thing ever to defeat Heistotron. But then Randotron is Heistotron because Rick changed the stickers. But then Randotron that was Heistotron was actually Randotron, so Heistotron was still Heistotron because the chips weren't switched, just the stickers. Earth is already captured.
Yeah.
The stars haven't moved because Ventriloquiver knows. And we now have to go for the eventual destruction of Heistotron with a nice SpongeBob 2 hours later.
2 hours later.
Of Rick explaining his heists.
Yeah, and then they just kept going back and forth, and they were like, no, but this, no, but this, no, but this, no, but this, and eventually it just led into that wormhole.
Yeah, the through plot throughout is that Morty keeps talking to Rick about his movie that his movie that he's writing. That's a heist film. The heist was all to take away Morty's ambition for the heist film. So Beth says you'll never ruin this. The only way that Morty gives up this heisting is if he loses interest himself. It can't be your fault.
I hope that somebody cares enough about me to stop me from doing something through this extent.
So this entire episode is a commentary on heist films, but it's also the opposite of Inception.
Yeah.
Where Inception is all about planting an idea so he'll sell off his father's company and everything. And this is about stealing the ambition for the idea that you had in the first place.
Absolutely. It's like they did Inception but backwards by using external forces because Rick can do that. Rick can just manipulate reality in whatever way he wants.
Exactly. And you also have a reference to the Simpsons, or not Simpsons, South Park, in the way that Netflix picks up everything and they're so blown away. It's like, did it take you a long time to get here? Yeah, I mean, Earth's trapped in like a giant globe. It's like, oh my God, wow, I got on the highway and it was like really tough. The 405, pretty standard heist.
Do you know if Justin has ever worked with Netflix in any means? Do you think that was a personal experience? I wonder if it was a personal experience.
I don't know.
Justin, tell us.
I feel like he probably would have already sold the show to them if he had.
Probably.
Morty's pitch to Netflix goes great, but he lost all interest.
Yeah.
And the heist is revealed to be Rick's plan all along. But here's the real question. Was it Cool Rick or the Rick we know? A lot of people have a theory out there that it was Cool Rick because the sunglasses and the lollipop, which we saw Cool Rick last season, and people think that Rick actually got Cool Rick to plan the heist and do the heist.
I think overall the idea was probably just normal Rick, but Cool Rick might have been a part of it just by the basis of Rick was like, I don't have time to do this, but I need Morty to be a part of this. So I need him to stop having different ambitions, and I need him to come over here. Cool Rick, do whatever. I'm going to do my thing. Because I don't know if Rick would actually put in as much effort as he did in this episode.
Yeah, so that's it. Any other comments on this episode?
No, I just really enjoyed the fact that it was actually all still formulaic and still fun to watch.
Yeah, watch this episode, then watch the most recent episode. I think it's episode 6 of The Mandalorian, and you will die laughing.
I'm excited.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. You can find both of us at the same name under Vito Scuddy. Oh, wait, which one of us is Vito and which one of us is Steven?
I don't know. You can find me at Stephen Lemieux.
Hashtag black jacket.
Yeah, black jacket
guy with a beard.
Yeah, I'm the one with the black hair. My name's at VScuddy. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter.
And I'm the one with the beard and glasses. You can find me on Twitter at VScuddy.
Yeah. No, at Stephen Lemieux.
Just go with AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV, guys.
Yeah,
we'll
see you later.
Work there.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
Next episode.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.